You know what I find super weird? Blondie, one of your friends, well, friends, I use that term loosely, but one of the people that you're mutuals with had been having an issue last week with bullies, right? And then all of a sudden you have bullies, right? It's almost like you can't take it when the attention is on you. So you're getting what you wanted, right? It's not going to be how you planned, because by the time I'm done, everybody will see your pattern of behavior. But I could bet my life that that's exactly why you brought all this shit back up. So February 24th, 2023, she changes her number. That was something she did very frequently. And she starts sending me screenshots of a text message that she allegedly got, and it's talking about harassment and all this other stuff. In the screenshots, you see me tell her, how do you know that it's Becky? Because she had literally just changed her number the day before. How do you know that it's Becky, etc. Explaining to her how she could go about getting her number not in her name. The Irish goddess. For those of you that don't know, Irish goddess is Precious's bestie, the one that I mentioned in part one. That Soba Blondie came to me and told me she gave Precious a bunch of money, and Precious scammed her out of money, and she had a gambling problem, and she was having substances mailed to her, all that stuff. Yeah. Now she's saying that she owes Precious an apology because Becky told her all of that stuff, right? I know that Blondie says that that Irish goddess begged her to go get her nails done, but that is not what happened. Blondie is the one that actually suggested it, and that when they did go together to get their nails done, and everything was fine, right? But Blondie had other plans. Things are going to pick up fast from here, okay? So, March 7th, there had been some hate pages starting to pop up posting things that Sober Blondie did, right? Let me rephrase. There was two hate pages, I think, and the other ones were more like awareness pages because she's a liar, right? But anywho, she had been going back and forth with Amy and Kimmy for like a week at this point. Amy reached out to me and asked me to go to Sober Blondie. You see me tell Amy I really don't get involved in things anymore, but I'll do it because Sober Blondie is not, she doesn't do well with this type of stuff, right? So you see me talk to Amy, you see me talk to Blondie, and then we think it moves on from there, right? On March 7th, Ella did a live, and Soba was on the panel, and she was talking about things, whatever. I wasn't there, but the next day I got a text from Britt saying, what's up with this girl? She just said it on panel that Britt had contacted her job. So again, I reach out to Blondie and I say, wait, you told me that you never said that Britt contacted your job, and she denies it. And then I drop the screen recording on her, and she tells me, oh, it must have cut out. You be the judge.
Off, not due to relapsing or Brittany calling my job. Brittany and I are fine, by the way. I would just like to clarify. And Irish Goddess is a lovely woman who's a new friend of mine.
What does Blondie do? In seconds, I'm getting DMs. Britt is getting DMs because she's now concerned that she did say that publicly and people caught it and that they're like asking questions, right? This is also a frequent thing with her. Maybe you should think about things before you spew them out of your mouth, right? Because the internet is forever, baby, right? And this is how you keep getting jammed up. This is why you don't want your personal messages shared, because of the shit that you talk about other people that is not factual. I'm such a terrible friend that Blondie thanks me for being a friend and then sends me a screenshot that I would assume was from Becky for the things that Blondie said the night before on Ella's panel, right? Divert the attention because you just got caught in a lie, right? So you got caught, you ran to Ella, you ran to other people trying to get them to come to me and Britt. All you had to do was apologize. But you went through all that extra energy, right? Knowing that you said it, you clearly said it. It was blatantly obvious. So instead of just apologizing, you then tried to run into damage control. If you could only believe it, I've only just gone through 2 days. So this is going to get really lengthy. Another really frequent thing that she does is she will be friends with somebody, they're a great person. Then when that person goes to walk away, it's something about money. It's always money. She one time said that a woman named Debbie was begging for her to get money to fix her car. Debbie has never done that. Brings me to a text message that Blondie sent me on March 9th, 2023. We're still in 2023, where she says that she left TikTok. She found 23 hate pages on her, blah, 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 right? The next day, I get a text from Amy saying, did you see this page? And then the following day, I get tagged in a video, but I was at work, so I couldn't respond to it right away. And you see me talking to Irish Goddess about reporting the page because the page was posting videos talking about going and offing yourself, which in my experience, there aren't too many people around here that say things like that. But anyhow, I had everybody I knew reporting that page, trying to get that page removed, and it did not end well, right? I was sitting in a group chat with a couple of people, right? And by the time I get out of work, people already thought that page was her, right? But that was an accusation that you can't just make. Like, you need to have some kind of proof, right? So I started digging through things, trying to see, certain things, and I find this. At the time, Blondie was also posting pictures like the one I'm about to show you on other social media pages, right? So I reach out to Irish and I tell her, I think it's her, right? I just kind of backed off Blondie while I went behind trying to put the pieces together. Sure enough, the pieces all fit, right? There are a couple of people around here that spell my name wrong, right? However, everybody that spells my name wrong, I know how they spell it, right? So I asked a couple of people to search their text messages for the way that she spelled my name and came up with the screenshots that I'm about to show you. In a live, she was pretending to be Becky and blaming me, her friend, right, for calling CPS on her. That was the last straw for me, right? She also spelled positivity wrong. You could spell words wrong, but to continually spell the same word wrong, and you already have a habit of seeking attention, that page was you. And nobody's ever going to make me believe otherwise. Blondie starts posting pictures of her lying on the street to other social media platforms and her behavior online, somebody calls in a welfare check, right? Was it warranted? Possible, right? But that's not really the type of behavior that I think is necessary. So somebody calls in a welfare check on March 11th. When I first spoke to Irish about that account, I told her I would do some digging around. I told her she should probably stop defending her publicly because it wasn't looking good. And once I had proof, I would go to her, and that's what I did. You'll see in the screenshots. I also went to other people that she was friends with because nobody deserves that, right? And especially in a situation like this where the person has done wrong, right? But you're supposed to be my friend, and you're in a live saying I called CPS on someone. For why, right? And just so we're very clear here, I did hear a recording. Nobody has ever contacted your job, Blondie. How many people have you blamed calling your job to be a victim and get some type of attention? Your job has never been contacted about you at all, period. Okay? She starts going around telling people she relapsed, right? She relapsed. She hits me up that she relapsed, and I'm like, you're prescribed that medication. That's not a relapse, but she knows that, right? She was very well aware of that. She just said that so that people would give her attention, right? 98% of that girl's issues come from her need for attention. That's all it is. She lies about people at any cost. She does not give a shit about what that person's got to deal with for her issues, right? That's the steady, consistent pattern here.
This is what I was prescribed. They mistakenly prescribed me the last time, Xanny bars. Yeah, so, I've been prescribed these for a very long time, as you can see, and I only take it in case of emergencies. And I felt guilty and made a post because I thought I relapsed, but I didn't, because I talked to Margaret about it. And now apparently there's a video by Amy towards Ella telling her to watch after me, and it's not Margaret's job anymore. Ask Margaret about my relapse. She'll clear it up.
But denies being the account. She then posts a video saying that she was only this account, and this account, and then doesn't realize that somebody had a screenshot of the account that she said she was that said that people called CPS on her, but she doesn't have any kids.
Good afternoon. Hope you're all having a great day. It's Friday. That's always a plus. I will not be apologizing to Wild. And I am sad to think that a certain someone else thinks that I will behind a page to cause police to come to my house, because that's not what I would do. So, you've only caused drama in my life now. acting like you were my friend and that you cared, and then all of a sudden accusing me of being part of a hate page about myself that caused cops to come that way. I'd apologize if I didn't. I admitted my fake accounts. It was the Bold Blinky Couch Bison, and then I had a Miss Ashy Cat is Vile account, and I think I had like a Scam Narc account.
Police were not called because of the page. Okay, the police were called because of your erratic behavior online, right? Iris didn't cause drama in your life. You did. You made that page, Blondie. You did. Goes on the complete defense and starts making comments about how Irish had her business card, and in even not saying that Irish called her job, she's alluding to the fact that that's exactly what she's gonna say, right? And I will reiterate, Alyssa, no one has ever contacted your job, and I know that to be fact because I heard a recording of it, right? Never been contacted. Never. So every single person that you've said has contacted your job, you fucking lied about.
But the reason why it's shared 11 times is because I shared it with you guys, my closest friends. So, and now I'm scared because I thought I made a new great friend and they have my business card. I'm scared now.
She changes her number again and sends me something, comments or something from Becky saying, and I had said to her over and over, go file a police report, right? She never did it. I tell her, maybe take a break, right? Because now at this point, I know that this page is her, right? So I'm like, just take a break. This shit isn't good for anybody. She doesn't listen. And then I ignored her and sent back the text message where I told her that I was blocking her. Starts posting saying she'd never do anything to hurt me. Ultimately, she shifts her focus mainly towards Irish for some reason, saying that it was all a manipulation. This was always the plan. No, baby, you got caught. You got caught making a page saying go on a live yourself, okay, and couldn't cop it. That's just as simple as it is. And nobody should have to take that from you. Nobody. So I take a few days to like process. You'll see in my text with Irish, I'm like, I'm fucking mad. And I knew that if I responded to her that way, it was not going to go well. I finally sent her a text message telling her, I'll put it up here, but essentially saying like you were supposed to be my friend, and not only are you doing this, but it goes against everything I stand for. Not only that, but I also had so many people trying to report that page, and it was all a huge waste of time because you were fucking behind it, right? She says she never slanders anybody unless they've come for her real life. Nobody has ever come for your real life, Sober Blondie. Nobody. Whether I like the person or not, you have continued to lie about people on these apps for years. For years. And you never respond to it. You just then start saying they real life to you when you get caught in a lie. The only real life that I know for sure that happened to you was the court appearance and the welfare check. That's it. I don't know about the police calls. Your job was never contacted. We'll get to the doctor later, right? But yeah, you're a liar. You're a liar. And everybody that comes into contact with you should know that this is what you do to people. Every single time. I could name 7 people off the top of my head, half of which I don't speak to. But guess what? You did that in the same way, right? Or no? Right.